think you're on mute.
Workday starting to sound the same?
I think you're on mute.
Find something that sounds better for your career on LinkedIn. With LinkedIn Job Collections, you can browse curated collections by relevant industries and benefits, like flex PTO or hybrid workplaces, so you can find the right job for you. Get started at linkedin.com/jobs. Finding where you fit. LinkedIn knows how.
All right. This is No Cap with Night God. In spite of my recent banning from TikTok, to me it was a wrongful ban. I'm working on getting my account back. If anybody knows of any avenue or way of getting it back, or knows somebody that maybe works at TikTok, any help would be greatly appreciated. I guess I'll go through and kind of explain why or what happened that led to the ban. So, my first community guidelines violations, are the charade of them, I guess, started in early July, right after the 4th. I literally just shot off a firework in my backyard. Man, I had been watching firework videos on TikTok all of the 4th. In one of them, they were shooting Roman candles at each other. But they flagged me on mine, which was just a regular, shoot off the ground and go boom, firework for dangerous activity. So, okay, I kind of tried it lightly, and I thought I was fine. I posted a couple videos on the Buseji Mountain Secrets, the caverns within the Buseji Mountains that were discovered by the Pentagon in 2002. Started talking about that, and the tunnels leading to it, the energy shields, and all the holographic images and stuff presented. And then started sharing the source on the post, because a lot of people had been complaining, no source, no proof, it's fake, it's not true. So I was like, well, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, can't imagine they're going to steal my content, and really do much with it. So I just started posting it to see what people would say, how they'd react. So I started commenting the source, hidden from humanity.com. And I did that probably 4 or 5 times, and eventually got a notification from TikTok violating the comment, which was hidden from humanity.com. That was literally it. That was the only comment that I made on that particular, the only thing I said in that particular comment. So they violated that, which was kind of weird to me. Why violate it if it's not true anyway? I mean, if it's just a fairy tale, well, what's the big deal? So that kind of gave me the thought that maybe there's a little more truth to it than I realized. So they violated me for that, and then not even probably a week later, maybe 3 or 4 days later, I shared and duetted a video, the one that was going around viral, of the 2 girls on a bench swing, kind of swinging over the side of a deep or a steep hill, maybe, or mountain. It wasn't quite a mountain though, it was a hill, but it was really steep, and the chain broke and they flew over the side of it. So I guess the video that I duetted was a stitch by a whole nother creator. So at the end of the day, I don't understand why I got violated for graphic and, dangerous content. I don't know, it was graphic, supposedly. I got violated. The original guy who stitched the video did not, miraculously, and is still creating today. So after that, they sent me a notification stating that I couldn't post for 24 hours. And there was something telling me at that moment that I should delete my account. I imagine that the reason I say that is because I imagine that being some sort of defense to actually getting banned. How can they ban a deleted account? It just sucks because if I delete my account, then I got to reinstate myself in the creator fund and reinstate myself in the creator marketplace. But really, and they have to approve it, so they don't like when you delete your account. In the beginning, when I first started creating, I would delete it all the time and reset the algorithm so I could get a fresh set of eyes, or like if I was getting maybe minorly shadow banned, it would reset the shadow ban. But yeah, as a creator now, I delete my account. It can reinstate as long as I re-log in within 30 days. I wish I would have tried that. Next time I may, because I had a feeling, but when they give you a 24-hour ban of posting on some just straight up, it's just out of left field violations, I didn't think they would just, I think I literally went like took a shower or something, came back out and looked at my phone, and I was banned. So, I don't know. It's stressful. It sucks because it's my main avenue of traffic. That's how I get a lot of my subscribers on YouTube. I guess it's just the name of the game on the content I'm sharing. I don't know. It's rough though, because I had 1.7 million followers, put a lot of work and time into it for it just to be ripped out of my hands in a matter of seconds. But I've been hearing and reading, doing some reading online, that they're having an issue with spam reporting going on, or bots that got out of hand and started spam reporting. Because I truly don't believe I was banned by an individual. For some reason, it did not feel as though I was banned by an individual. It just felt very generic. And as soon as I reported or appealed my decision, or appealed their decision, I wrote a long letter explaining what was going on. As soon as I did that, it wasn't 30 seconds later that I got a decision on that appeal. Like, they didn't even read it. So it almost tells me that maybe it was a bot, because a bot would be able to read it in a matter of seconds. But what do you say to a bot that's going to be any type of, emotion involved, or, any type of intellect or feeling? They're just going to look for trigger words and then ban you. What type of trigger words? I'd have no idea what you'd say to a bot that would not get you banned. I also think it's maybe a way of just slowing down creators that are going, hella viral at the time. And I don't know. They just did the same thing to Joe Gillespie. He got banned for less than, I remember watching his account, maybe 5 days. And he eventually got it back. And when he got it back, he wasn't getting shit for views. Because obviously when people go to your account and they see you've been banned, they quit going back to your account. So it's rough. I'm going to keep my head down, keep chugging as long as I can. It's just hard when, on YouTube I only got 5,000 subscribers, and Instagram I only got 2. So, I don't know. Hopefully maybe my YouTube can make moves and or my podcast. I'd really love it if my podcast would take off. I'd kill for at least 1,000 views on one podcast. And I was heading in that. What's demoralizing is I was heading in that direction. I felt a new vibe, if you will, on TikTok, that I was getting to the next level. I was starting to feel like, I was kind of excelling fast, so, and obviously the type of content I share, they're super fond of, but, most people don't believe the shit anyway, so if you do, you're a quack. What the hell, that's what they treat you, so what the hell does it matter? I mean, I don't know. So, but either way, I'm gonna keep sharing. I don't give a shit. I don't. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a story. Whether you deem it true or not, it's up to you. I feel it is. And honestly, I was going through some, talking to a fan, or a buddy, anyway, about this, and he started talking about some other stuff, kind of on the same plane. He's actually an older gentleman, and started talking about, I'll explain later, the Bible, and I'm not usually a Bible guy, but I sat there and listened to him for a while, and I thought, a couple things triggered, and maybe later on I'll decide to share that, because a lot of people, they don't want to hear the Bible, they don't want to hear anything about it. But when I talk about it, I'm going to be talking about it in a historical context, not trying to preach or trying to sway anybody to believe, just wildly interesting, some of the stuff he said and how it pertains to these stories here. So maybe when I come to that, I'll explain it a little better and see what you guys think. I don't want to scare anybody off, though, because I'm not trying to be a preacher, trying to push the Bible in any way, shape, or form. But as far as the historical text goes, the Bible is more accurate than people give it credit for. And it honestly blew my mind what this old man was talking about. And he's pretty knowledgeable of the Bible. And he was talking about a place in the Bible that sounded just insanely like some of these caverns or projection rooms sounded like. And the coincidences seem to be too real to ignore, So it kind of blew my mind, for sure. And I don't really know what to think of it quite yet. I need to do a little more research on exactly what the Bible states this place is. But I put two and two together, and it absolutely blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. It just clicked all at once, and I was like, oh my God, this is insane. But a lot of people don't want to hear it or don't believe in it, so it's a tough line to tread. And truth be told, even the people that believe in it would really have a hard time with what I found out or figured out on my own, kind of. And I mean, obviously with these texts, and it was like it was just this order of events that fell into place, and all of a sudden I was just like, bing, light went on, and holy shit, So, I really want to share it with you guys, but I can't yet. But I am going to share and continue to read this document that I got, the hiddenfromhumanity.com document. So far we had found out the Pentagon used ground-penetrating radar to discover these massive caverns into this one massive cavern in the Vucegi Mountains, and they had actually seen one in Iraq, underground, near Baghdad. And I had actually heard that Saddam Hussein was actually very close to discovering that, particular cavern, and a possible reason for the U.S. going to Baghdad had a little to do with this, not just oil. So, go figure, go figure. But there's a lot of diplomatic tension right now. There's a lot of diplomatic tension going on at the moment between the U.S. and Romania and they're fighting. They're fighting about what they should do with the information that they have. They found this room that had holograms and this ancient text that would show you the history of mankind and the history of Earth. Massive tables and chairs that were built for people much taller than us. Crazy stuff, guys. It's crazy stuff. And they found this monoatomic gold. And that's supposed to make you live until you're 1,000 years old. So they found all kinds of wild stuff in there. And it was like groundbreaking. They figured the room was 50